Hey guys, it's Maddie from Let's Eat Plants, and today we are making a super simple, fast, and easy miso soup. So I actually first showed this recipe in my last What I Eat in a Day video, which I will link in the top right corner as well as in the description box below. And I told you guys this recipe would be coming soon, and that's the miso soup we are making today. So here's everything you're going to need for this recipe. Of course, we will first need some broth. Now I'm going to be using a homemade kombu dashi broth. I will also link that video in the corner as well as in the description box down below. But if you don't have a homemade dashi stock, you can also use plain vegetable broth. We will also need some white miso paste. Now, miso has been known to have a lot of health benefits, so I will link some more information about that in the description box down below in case any of you are interested. We will also need some vegetables. Today I'm just using some broccoli, some bok choy, and some mini bella mushrooms. We will also need some tofu. I'm using soft tofu today, and optionally some noodles. Now, these are the yam noodles that I discussed in my last What I Eat in a Day video. I will also leave more information about the Shirataki noodles in the description box. But if you are not a fan of these noodles, there are many other noodle options, including brown rice noodles, buckwheat noodles, white rice noodles, whole wheat noodles, or even zucchini noodles. Zucchini noodles are super easy to make at home just using a vegetable spiralizer. I have a link for that in the description box down below as well. Or of course you can go the more traditional route, which is no noodles at all. So for today's soup, we are just going to make a personal size. So we only need 2 cups of broth and just a couple mushrooms that we are going to thoroughly rinse, as well as a couple florets of broccoli. So you're just going to want to chop any vegetables that you choose to use into bite-sized pieces. I'm also using a couple stalks of bok choy. And once everything is chopped, you're just going to add them into your broth. Now I'm cooking the bok choy separately because they cook much faster, so they only need to boil for about 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm just going to prepare some green onions for topping. Now I like to take off the outside layer of each green onion. This is optional, it's just the way I prefer to do it. And then of course I also like to cut off the ends. So I'm just removing all of the outer layers and then of course chop them up. And once everything is finely chopped, then I give it a thorough wash. For our shirataki noodles, all we need to do is to drain and rinse them. Of course, if you're using another type of noodle, you would want to boil it on the stove now so that it's ready at the same time as your soup. Now for tofu, of course, you can use any kind of tofu you like. For this miso soup, I actually like to use the soft tofu. You can just scoop out little pieces and add it to your soup. But of course, feel free to use any tofu you prefer. So once our veggies have cooked down a bit, about 5 to 7 minutes, then it's time to add in our miso paste. I'm using 1 heaping tablespoon for this personal bowl of miso soup. And just allow it to dissolve into your soup broth, but do not bring it to a boil. Just keep the soup at a low heat and let it dissolve. Then add in your tofu and you can just turn off the heat at this point. So into the bowl, I'm adding the cooked bok choy as well as the rinsed noodles. And then just add in your broth and garnish with some green onions and some nori seaweed sheet if you like. And your miso soup is ready to go. Now this is quite a low-calorie bowl of soup, so I would recommend to either have it as a snack or have it alongside something like this whole food plant-based sushi if you want to make it into a full meal. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below. And with that, let's eat plants, and I will see you guys next time.